Hey y'all, hey, it's Asia here with the Fluffy Hustle. And if you're wanting to learn how to create motion graphics using Canva like this one, then stay tuned.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550.
All right, y'all, so we back and I'm going to walk you guys through step by step how I created the motion graphic that you just saw. So let's get going. So this motion graphic consists of 6 different slides inside of Canva. This is how you make this work. So I'm just going to add a page and we're going to start with creating the first slide, which the first slide and the last slide are exactly the same, and that's in that video. So let's start with this, and this is going to be the base for the entire video. So first thing I did was I went to photos and I didn't Google it, but I searched for pink foil. And when I searched for pink foil, this is the one I chose, and I just dragged it in here. You want to go ahead and lock this in. Next thing we want to do is we want to go to videos, and I searched for money. So I did that, search for money, and I scrolled through until I found a shot of money that I liked. And I found this one. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. It's just spinning. It's spinning $100 bills. It's them Benjamins. So I love that. So what you do is you just drag it to the edge like so. Okay. All right, so boom, I got it locked in. So now I'm going to, well, I don't have it locked in, but I have it sized. And then I'm going to change the transparency because I want to see that pink. So I'm going to change the transparency to 20. There you go. So now you can actually see the money. And then now I'm going to lock it. And then I'm going to play it just to make sure it looks good. And it does. But you guys see how it paused there at the beginning? Like the money didn't start swirling for a while. You can double click. Hold on, let me unlock it real quick. Double click the video. I didn't want that to happen. Hold on. Click the video, and then what I want to do is I want to trim it down first of all. So I don't want the video to be as long. I only need this clip to be 1.5 seconds long, okay? Because I basically want the clip to be fast. So if you want your graphics to move really quickly from one slide to the next, to the next, to the next, then you need to shorten the video. So if you use a video in your graphic, you got to make sure that you cut the video length down to size. Otherwise, you're going to wind up with a really long graphic and it's not going to flow the way that you want it to, right? So what we're going to do, I cut it down to 1.5 seconds. You can choose how long you want your slides to last, but that's what worked out for me. I'm going to drag this over. So the beginning of that video, you saw there was a pause before the money started spinning. I want the money to be spinning the whole time. So you see that loop that it's on? That's what it's going to be doing. Okay, so it won't be just still for a long time. It'll be spinning the entire time. So now that I have that done, just click on done. And now you can lock it in place. Okay, and then if you play it, that is what the clip is going to look like. Okay, so if you watched my videos a couple of days ago where I showed you how to excuse me, create a flyer, you saw that I found this graphic and I wanted to use it, but it didn't fit what I was doing at the time. So now I'm going to use that graphic right now. So I am going to go to elements, and you already see it here, but I typed in diamonds. And so I'm going to show you how I did that. So I typed in, let me clear this really quick. All right, so I typed in diamonds here, and you see it has a whole bunch of diamonds. And then I went into the filter and I clicked animate it and I applied the filter because I wanted something that was moving. So what I found was this the other day, and I was like, I'm hell bent on using this. So I want the fallen diamonds, because I don't know, it's just a mood. So I brought this all the way down, and so now we have the diamonds here, but of course you see on this side there's no diamonds, and I want diamonds there too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, and I made a copy of that. I just hit Control C and then Control V on my Mac, and I'm going to move this all the way over, and right here you see it kind of clicked. If you look closely, you'll see there's a pink line right there that's showing like that's the edge of the other graphic. So I'm gonna leave it right there. So now this graphic is here and here. It looks seamless. Boom. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna click this one, I'm gonna hold shift, and I'm gonna click the other one, and then I'm gonna group them, because I will have to move these around. So if I move them, I want to move them together as one instead of having to do one at a time. Just will save you time in the future. So this in itself, this right here is the main graphic. This falling, like that's the background for everything that I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to duplicate this right now, because from this point forward, I'm just adding stuff on top of this. This is my base. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my uploads, because I have logos in here that I want to use. So I'm going to pause here because I got to scroll for a long time to find it. And yeah, I don't want to see all that. So 1 second. Okay, so I finally got down to it. I swear I need to organize my stuff into folders because that was crazy. So now I want to add that on there. So that's the base. That's the first and the sixth slide that I just did. So now the next thing I want us to do is the new arrival slide. Like this is so easy, straight up. So let's go here. And let me make another copy of it, of this page. Okay. And we are going to go to text, and I want to click on add a heading. Now my default font is already Anton, so I didn't have to really do much. All I typed in was new arrivals, and I clicked on this, which automatically makes all the font uppercase, and then I drag this to the edge. Boom. And the effect I put on it was a drop shadow. That's it. And then from there, I just copied and made duplicates of it like that. Okay, so right now they look equally spaced. Everything looks good. You see how the diamonds are behind it? So we're just gonna move these behind. So what I'm gonna do really quick is just, I'm going to click on them, shift, and select all of them, and then group them. And then, I don't think I got all of them. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are going to group. All right, perfect. And then we are going to position it backward. So now the diamonds are falling in front of new arrivals. This is all preference. I'm just kind of showing you this stuff so you guys know the technique, but you can do whatever you want to do. And so now I'm going to ungroup them. And the reason why I'm ungrouping them is because when I go to animate this slide, if they're grouped together, they will not come in separately into the video. Meaning if they're grouped together, when the animation starts, it will bring all the new arrivals in together. But I want them to come in one by one by one when I apply the effect or apply the animation to it. So let me actually give you guys an example of this, because I want to animate hold on, I need to click back here. Why is the little animation option not popping up? Well, y'all gonna see it in a second. Y'all see in a second. Hold on a second. Let me move this back. So now we have new arrivals in place. It's all good. Now it's lined up. So the next thing, or the next slide, so that one's done. Easy is pie with that one. We'll move on to the next one. The next one I did that was text was shop now. So I'm gonna duplicate this just so I won't have to delete anything off the next one when I create it. So now we're gonna go back to Anton or the text and hit add heading again. And I'm just gonna type in shop now. Do the same thing, make them large, and then I'm going to turn the font white. Same thing with my effects. I'm gonna just do a simple drop shadow, and then we're gonna make these huge. Okay, so now I'm gonna duplicate these as well. Boom. Boom. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and select all three of them. We're going to group them. I'm going to put it on a diagonal like that, and then I drag it all the way out like this. I think that's slightly different from the one up here. I think I did 4 shop nows. I did 4 of them like that, but you do it however you want to. I'm just showing you the technique. All right, so we have the shop nows there, and then we're all set. And I'm going to do the same thing with them. I want to change the position because I want the diamonds in the front, so I'm going to put them backwards. Now the diamonds are in the front, and now I'm going to ungroup them. Boom. So that part is done with the shop nows. We got shop now, we got the new arrivals. Now we're going to do the portions with the models. I'm going to duplicate this one more time, and we're going to create the model slides. So next I'm going to go to my uploads again, and give me a second. I need to get all the way to the top of this. It's faster to get up to the top than to get all the way down. All right, so all I did was bring them in one at a time, go into effects, remove background. Okay, I brought her over here like this, up to the top. Boom, drug her down. Okay, moved her over to the edge. Bop. We'll do the next one. Effects, same thing. Pop. All right, that's about it. Do the next one. And you just play around with this. You do this however you want to do this. It is totally and completely up to you. What I did with her also is I flipped her horizontally because, here we go. Because yeah, I didn't want her the same direction as the first one. Now, honestly, if you get good with Canva, it's a lot of people who need this as a service. And I can do a whole video if you guys would like on the different the different types of businesses and ways you can make money using Canva. Because legit is people, their whole business, like how they make money literally is creating things in Canva and selling it in some sort of way. So if you guys want a video on that, let me know and I will absolutely do that. I know I focus a lot on running online stores and stuff like that, like when you have like a physical product to sell, but digital products are bomb, and that's what I sell. I sell digital products now. I moved from selling physical products. I've done handbags, accessories, all kinds of stuff, and I love digital products now. I love creating stuff like this. I love building websites and doing graphics for people, and then also teaching the stuff I know about, you know, the online industry and online marketing and all that kind of stuff. So anywho, so there we go. So we have her placed, and we're going to do the same thing we did with everything else. We're going to select each one of these models. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to group them, send them to the back, and then we're going to ungroup them. All right. Last slide, I think. Let me go back up and check to make sure that I've done all of them. Okay. So we have Kayla's collection, new arrivals, the 3 girls. That's the last one I think I have to create. We did shop now. The 4 girls, Kayla's collection again. And then I'm showing you guys how to do the Kayla's collection thing. New arrivals, shop now, the 4 girls. And now we just need to do the 3 girls. And literally, it is the same exact thing I did with the other ones. I just placed them in a different way. Sometimes you'll get messages like that with Canva, especially if you are doing things that are super graphic heavy, that have a lot of stuff moving. So because I'm using the animations and because I have a video in here, it will give you those pop-ups, but most of the time it doesn't affect how anything works. It still works. It's just, it gives you those warnings when you're kind of taxing the system a little bit, making it work a little harder than it's accustomed to. Okay. So yeah, I think I just did something like this. Bop. And same thing, effects in background remover. All right, and then we're good here, and we'll just size her. Bop. Let's center her. Okay, that is center. Boop. And then we're gonna do a duplicate of her. Copy. There we go. think something like that'll work. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna select all 3 of them, right? And I'm gonna group them and position them backward behind the diamonds and ungroup them. Okay, so now that we have that in place, okay, that's pretty much it. And then what I did too is I added music. So if you did not know, Canva also has music. So click on music. I typed in trap because I kind of wanted to have a kind of a trap beat. I typed in trap and literally picked a song called It's a Trap right here. That's the part I picked in. I was like, okay. Okay, and just so you know, once you pick the song, once you add the song, you just have to click on it and kind of like drop it in. All you have to do, like, let's say there's a part of the song, because this song is 2 minutes and change, right? But this video right now is only 17 seconds, and the original one before I added on these extra slides, it was only, I think, like 10 seconds long. So it's only going to play for 10 seconds. So if there's a certain portion of the song that you want, you just drag it in here. So that's it. All right, so now that you have that, you can put it all together. If you want to see how it's coming together, you can just So that's pretty much it, y'all. It gets, just to let you know too, when you're inside of Canva, it can feel glitchy when you're doing the playback because it's not the final version. But once you download it as a MP4, it will come out the way it's supposed to. It'll be completely smooth. So you don't have to worry about that, like, oh man, this is gonna look weird or crazy or whatever. It won't. It'll look really, really good. And this would be like a mom story. So let me show you guys something real quick. This is another quick tip about, or thing that I love about Canva, is that you can resize a design to get it to fit. So right now this size is the size of the Instagram feed, right? But what if you wanted to put this into your story and you didn't want it to be square, you want it to be the size of the story, right? So you can resize this, and you can type in Instagram, and then you see here you can make this an Instagram Reels video, Instagram story, whatever you want to do, so you can get the right dimensions. So I'm going to click on a Reels video, and then you can click copy and resize. If you just click resize, it's going to resize what you just did. You don't want to do that. So you want to copy and resize. Okay, so what it just did, it resized it to a reel. And then all you would have to do is just come in here and make minor, very minor tweaks to the graphics. So if you wanted to change the size of the actual video that's playing in the background of the money, you can resize that. And then as far as the diamonds, you could do the same thing with that as well. You can resize those. You drag that there. So you can just make small little adjustments to what you already did to get it to be the right size for the stories, but you already have like the basics of the design. So like, I'm just gonna play it how it is. And that, even if you didn't want to adjust it to the size of the stories, like even if you left it as a square like how it was, it still looks good. Like it still looked good. So yeah, you can resize your work to get it to fit whatever platform you're going to be uploading it to really quickly. You can easily turn the original design from an Instagram post to a YouTube intro or whatever you want to do with it. But that's pretty much it. In order to get the effects that you want, you just keep on adding more slides and create your design on that slide, add another slide to it, and then basically it becomes a video in of itself. So hopefully you guys have found this to be helpful, and you decide to use this in your own business. And again, if you are interested in Canva, take a look in the description and sign up for Canva Pro. There is, I believe, a 30-day free trial of it, so you might as well test it out to see if you like it. But like I said, if I had to choose one online tool to invest in, it would absolutely be Canva Pro, hands down, without a doubt. All right, y'all, I'll catch you later. Bye.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Hey, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate plotting my